he's not really a working dog. He's a couch dog. And he gets out of the fence and comes up and sits on the back porch and looks at us like, why am I on the outside?
Didn't somebody say something about that before?
Everybody has said something about that. Every damn body. Everybody. So don't even like be doing that. I completely blame Randy Randolph. I know he's going to listen to this and he's going to be like, what? That's not my fault. But I completely blame him for this. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the Homestead HQ, where we talk about homesteading and preparedness. My name is Shelly.
I'm Jason. Hey, guys. Thanks for being back with us. We took a small hiatus. I hope you can forgive us, but we've had a few things going on, like nothing big or, no planning a festival or any kind of crap like that and actually doing a festival. We've been doing smaller things. So,
right.
But yeah, it's been a whirlwind. But thanks for giving us some slack. We have been busy. We've kind of recuperated, got some other stuff done, and we're back in the saddle to twice a week, unless something crazy goes on, like martial law or something like that in the next couple days. But who knows? Or the world just burns down, because who knows? But before we get into a bunch of big stuff, I want to thank VacMaster. It's VacMasterFresh.com. They supported the festival that we just got done doing. They gave us a nice chamber sealer and two different size bags, 1,000. I think they're the 10 by 13, and then another 1,000 of a different size. But they've still got a code going up until the 4th. You can get 20% off, extra 20% off a chamber sealer, and use the code Homestead. That'll get you an extra 15% off.
And that code actually works, because the beginning of this promotion that they did was like the 31st of October. So when Jason uploads this video, it'll come out on the 4th. If you go that day, you can stack those and get a full 35% off of your chamber sealer, for real. Yeah. It goes together. It's not one or the other. You can stack them and get a full 35% off.
Which is a smoking deal. And VacMaster gave us a chamber sealer. Actually, Rosie won that thing, and she was super excited to win that joker. And then our other big sponsor, they were the biggest sponsor for the festival, Signature Solar. Go to signaturesolar.com, use code Homestead, and they will get you some money off your order. Those guys are a wealth of knowledge. Tickled with them. They were out there all weekend. We had a good weekend. So go check out signaturesolar.com and VacMaster Fresh. Those are two people that supported the festival, and you can get a good deal on what you're going to order. Shelly, what have you been up to?
Well, before I get into what I've been up to, I want to, for this session and probably, I don't know, the next dozen, I guess.
Two and a half more.
Yeah. I want to highlight some of the vendors that we had at the festival, that I actually got some of their stuff. So the one I want to highlight today is Thunderhill Farm, Kiri Torgler. And you want to go to thunderhillfarm.com and look for that logo. Y'all. So when she came to the Spring Festival, she had this stuff called bacon jam that I absolutely fell in love with. It was so good. And this time when she came back, she had bacon jam mixed with cowboy candy, which is manna from heaven, for real. It's delicious. But the one that I want to tell you about today, I just held up the lid. This is jerky dip. I keep running the other way. It looks like this. Y'all, this is my new addiction of the Kiri creations. Just some good stuff. It is really, really, really good. That probably sounds crazy in the microphone, doesn't it?
It's that ASMR crap. Chomping down at the bit.
So this is made, it's got beef jerky, cream cheese, green onions, cheddar cheese, and spices. Y'all, it's delicious. And I'm almost done with I got a tub of that chocolate whip cream cheese, chocolate fluff, I guess is what it's called. It's her stuff is just addictive. She's got dips and spices and sauces and jams, and she just sells all kinds of stuff. She just comes up with, these crazy creations that you're like, what? And then you eat it and you're like, what? It's amazing. So go to thunderhillfarm.com and check out everything that Carrie has on her website. And I will tell you, let me see what the date. On December 7th, they're going to be having like a vendor event at SOE. And I think Carrie is helping to organize that, or helping John or something. I've been seeing her put out a lot of stuff on social media about it. But I'm pretty sure they're going to be set up down at SOE December 7th if you just want to go down there and buy some of her stuff and check it out. It's really good, y'all. Go see what it's about.
I got bacon jam. That's all I got this time was bacon jam. I got
the regular bacon jam.
Yeah, I don't do the jalapeno crap. I don't.
Oh, that one with the cowboy candy. It is slap your mama good for real.
Wow, that's why I didn't get it. My mom will smack me back. So she'll knock a piss out of me if I don't watch it. So.
All right. So as far as the homestead, well, I've said the last couple of times, our fence is up. Randy and I drove around the perimeter of the fence today and found some places where I'm not really blaming the fence company because it's our terrain. Like there's ditches and stuff that's just hard to make the fence go all the way down the contour of the land. So there's a couple places that we've identified, I think like 4 different places that we need to like get some rebar posts or stack some rocks or do something to keep that stupid livestock guardian dog in the backyard.
I thought he was the greatest thing in the world, not stupid.
Oh my God. He totally does not understand what it is to be a working dog. He does not get that at all. And not to mention the fact that we have to put a hot wire around the perimeter just to keep him in the field because he's not really a working dog. He's a couch dog. And he gets out of the fence and comes up and sits on the back porch and looks at us like, why am I on the outside?
Didn't somebody say something about that before?
Everybody has said something about that. Every damn body. Everybody. So don't even like be doing that. I completely blame Randy Randolph. I know he's going to listen to this and he's going to be like, what? That's not my fault. But I completely blame him for this.
I saw
and
pictures.
He loves that dog. He absolutely loves that. He loves all of our dogs. He's a dog guy. But yeah, we've got to turn the couch dog back into a working dog because it's making me crazy. My backup plan is that I'm on the lookout for a donkey.
Don't get a donkey.
I've always wanted a donkey. Ever since I went out to what was that place called? Oatman. I think it's called Oatman, Arizona. When we did our Route 66, drive or whatever. We went out there and that place. So it's like an abandoned, some kind of an abandoned mine. And they had brought in all of these donkeys to work the mine. And then when they closed the mine, they pulled out all the people and left the donkeys. So there's like a dozen people that live in Oatman. And the donkeys just walk through the street and, whatever. Like you'll be driving out there and they're in the middle of the road and all this kind of stuff. They just hang out and they walk right up to your car because people feed them from their cars and stuff. And I said, can we take one of these home? And Randy goes, this is not National Lampoon's Vacation. We are not tying a donkey to the car and driving home.
Just put it in the back seat. I mean, right? That's what my wife did. She put it in the back of her Armada and brought it home. And I'm like, what the hell? So it's funny. Her and her mom went to Nashville yesterday, and she's been all over me. She's like, we need another dog. And my whole rule is once the inside dog dies, we can get another one. I want one dog in the house at a time. It's plenty. And so she sends me a picture of her cuddled up with this little puppy. And she was like, look. And I was like, whose dog is that? She goes, it's ours. And I sent her a text back. I said, you better be joking. So I'm thinking she went down to Nashville and didn't tell me and got a stinking dog. But then I'm thinking in the back of my mind, if she told Lincoln this, Lincoln has kept this secret, and Lincoln does not keep a secret. So either he grew up real quick and didn't tell me, or she didn't tell him, but it was one of her friend's dogs. So
Or
I
maybe she didn't know and she just went down there and saw it and fell in love with it. Maybe she had no plans on getting a dog.
yeah, wow. No dog came home. So she was like, it was one of, I think it's her cousins or something like that. They stopped at their house, and I'm like, so I don't know. We're in the process. We're in debates on whether we're going to get another dog or not. I don't want another dog. So, but yeah, I mean, is that all? Other than recuperating, that's about all you've gotten done, haven't you? Well, you got a table yesterday, didn't you?
I did. I went.
That's about all I heard from you yesterday. Is like, I got a new table, and I'm like, okay.
We went there. There's a place. If any of y'all live in South Central Kentucky, there's a place in Columbia that's called More for Less, or they actually have like 3 different Facebook pages. It's Build for Less, Furniture for Less, maybe More for Less. I'm not sure, but we went out there because they had on their page that they had a stainless steel table. It was a smaller table and they had it for $50. And I wanted to see it because I've been looking for a stainless steel table to put in the barn to do butchering on. And so we went out there. While we were out there, we found a sectional that we wanted. So we ended up buying a sectional. And then I asked the lady when I was paying for the sectional, I said, do you all still have that stainless steel table that you had on the Facebook page? And she said, no, we sold that one. And she goes, but I got one right there in a box that we haven't put together yet. And it's 72 inches. I'll sell it to you for $100. And I was like, sold.
Yeah.
Because when I went and looked at the price of it, it's like $350 table.
Oh yeah.
And it's got the shelf on the bottom of it. And it's 72 by 30 inches.
Yeah.
So Randy came home and put it together, and it's down in the barn. I put a tarp over it because I still have chickens that are going back in the barn, even though I've taken them all out of the barn.
Oh yeah.
So
but hey, $100 on that size of table is a smoking deal.
Yeah. So I was pretty excited about that.
I would get another one and put in the shop for $100 to have that size table in there. So nothing exciting has really went on here other than just, the regular stuff. Monday, Mike and I spent about half the day getting everything torn down at the festival and brought back here, that kind of stuff. What else have I done? I've just been working. There hadn't been nothing exciting going on, really. I've been playing. I bought a couple new Baofeng handheld radios from Brian and Susan. Been messing with programming them. And I did get a new ICOM radio. I bought that the other day, and I'm going to play with it after the podcast. I've got to get it programmed. And just been, I don't know, status quo, nothing. I don't think nothing new and exciting happened. But other than feeding the animals and watering them and stuff like that, I guess maybe I'll have a lot more time after the martial law is declared. We can do some projects since we won't be able to.
Probably you won't be able to go anywhere. Everything will be cool, right?
Yeah. So I'll sit at home and, program my new radios and do all that fun stuff. So
I have been taking practice tests for my radio license.
What are you up to?
I think the last one I scored like a 75 or something like that.
See, you're getting there.
75.
You'll be able to. You'll
I am
be able to
better.
Do it. And then right after that, you need to do your general.
I don't know. You have no idea the brain power that is having to go into memorizing this stuff that I don't even understand any of it. Brian keeps telling me, he's like, well, it's kind of like you take this test to get your learner's permit, and then you go and do all the stuff, and then you actually learn how to do it. I guess reading it and going through it without actual application is not working for me. That's why it sucks.
That's all you gotta do. Just memorize.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna get it.
Yeah, just memorize the answers and go on about it.
Yeah.
So, I'm already getting tired of this stupid. The time has changed, and that's been just stupid. It's like, oh, it's 2:00 and it's going to be dark here in 15 minutes. You're like, this sucks,
right?
And then you wake up. Like this morning, I woke up and everything, and we got ready for church. And I'm sitting there, I'm looking at my watch. It's like it's almost time to leave for church, and I'm like, oh no, we got another hour. So it's like, I could have slept for another hour. So it's, I don't know. Everybody's going to be screwed up. Everybody's screwed up today and everything. So, what news article have you got? Have you found anything good or interesting in
Well,
the news?
I think this is kind of relevant for what's going on this week. I found this, and let me just say, I found this on CNN, so I don't know how accurate this is.
The Communist News Network.
Right. It says police are searching for the person who set ballot boxes on fire in Washington and Oregon. Here is what we know. It says hundreds of ballots were destroyed or damaged in fires set Monday at 2 ballot drop boxes in the Pacific Northwest. The investigators are searching for a person they believe is responsible for both incidents. Fires were started by devices placed outside the drop boxes. It says voting in Oregon is done almost entirely by mail or ballot drop off. Less than 1% of people in Oregon's Multnomah County vote in person. County Elections Director Tim Scott said. In Clark County, Washington, 60% of the ballots received are from ballot drop boxes and 40% are received by mail. It said about 475 damaged ballots were retrieved from the burned ballot box in Vancouver. On Wednesday, workers will search through the damaged ballots for information in order to contact voters about getting a new one. So if they can't read your name, they don't even know if you're, if your ballot got burnt up or whatever. Devices found on both scenes Monday at the ballot box targeted earlier in the month were marked with the words "Free Gaza."
But now I would be interested to see what whether that county, is liberal or if it's conservative. First off, which way it leans most of the time. But in reality, I don't know. It's not going to help. I don't know. Burning all the ballots, you don't know if you're helping your party or helping the other party. So it's
exactly.
Maybe it might be a quote an anarchist that doesn't believe in any of this stuff, but you don't know which side you're helping, whether you hurt yourself or you or help the other side. And it's kind of funny to think that they just let these ballot boxes sit, where I guess they're just set out like mailboxes. I've never seen it before. I mean,
I haven't either.
Around here, most people early vote or they vote on an election day. So I actually early voted for the first time in my life. Usually I go on election day, but I was scared the boogeyman was going to get us on election day, so I went early. Actually,
Randy and I went and voted Saturday, yesterday.
Actually, I've got to be somewhere on Tuesday, so I was like, Friday. Yeah, it was Friday. I went and early voted. I was like, I've got somewhere to be on Tuesday. We'll just early vote. I was literally there 10 minutes. Ran in, showed them my driver's license, told them I was an illegal alien, and they were like, "Oh, you get the special ballot." So I got the special ballot since I was an illegal alien. So
I know so I live in a small county, and Jason and I are like a couple counties apart. And where Jason lives, the population there is, 140,000 or something like that.
Yeah.
We might have 10,000 people in the county that I live in. It's not a huge county, but the parking lot of the place where you can vote, early voting. So if you vote on election day, you have to go to your precinct. But if you early vote, everybody votes in the same place, if that makes sense. But the parking lot was full, and I asked the lady when we went up there, I said, has it been full the whole time? And she said, we've had a steady number of people coming in every day, the whole time they've been open. Like people have steadily been coming in. So that's reassuring, but I don't know. I've never early voted before either. It kind of, I don't know. I have mixed feelings about it. Like, I don't know if something's going to happen. I don't know. I do feel like my vote's going to be counted, but to be honest with you, it's because it's primarily a red county. I mean, that's why I feel like my stuff isn't going to be lost. So I don't know.
Yeah, but I just don't understand how they have these ballot boxes just sitting out on the side of the street or something like that.
There's a picture of one in this article, and it looks like It actually reminds me of those drop centers
The
for
red
Goodwill.
box.
No, for Goodwill.
Yeah.
You know how they'll have there it's just like a square box like half the size of a phone booth or something. It
Yeah.
kind of looks like that. And they take these there's these red tubs. I guess when you put your ballot in, it goes into this tub. And so they go and take the tubs out but that's what it looks like.
Well, I don't know. That just sounds weird to me that they're going to do it like that.
Yeah.
What? Who knows? Why can't you take them to somewhere where they're secure? You know, like the Democrat headquarters over there or something. They won't mess with them there. That's secure and impartial.
Right.
So, I mean, let Kamala come pick them up. She's not going to change them or anything. She'll make sure they get there.
Right.
So, all right, guys, don't be setting fire to ballot boxes because you don't know if you're going to help yourself or hurt yourself.
Right.
That and you might get your ass arrested too. Do they have cameras on these things?
Well, I don't know. The pictures that I'm seeing of them make me think it's got cameras on it because people can drive right up to it and drop it in the slot. But I guess now they've posted police officers to watch the ballot boxes that are in these areas where they're doing this stuff.
Mm.
So,
I mean, it's only an election of the most powerful person in the world and everything. You think we could get at least like a Ring doorbell on the thing. So, but maybe that's too much. Maybe we spent enough money over to Ukraine and sent that, and we don't have money for Ring doorbells on ballot boxes. Just saying. So,
good Lord.
All right. The main topic. Are we done with news? Can we do main
We
topic
are.
now? Okay.
Yeah, that's it. Main topic.
Main topic. Festival debrief. We're going to spend a few minutes talking about the greatest wonder that ever happened in Bowling Green. Can we go that far with it?
Maybe.
Bowling Green / Warren County / South Central Kentucky.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So, all right, guys, we just got done with the festival. We are recovering. After this, you will not hear about the festival for approximately 1.5 weeks, maybe.
Yep.
Well, the funny thing is, it's like people were coming up, at the festival, and they're like, "Oh man, this festival is great, this and that." And we're like walking zombies, and we're like, "Yeah, the rule is we don't talk to each other for a week after the festival." And Shelly's like, "Yeah, I'm not even gonna answer his phone call if he calls." Damn, what was it? Monday.
It was like the next day or something. I called you.
Yeah, and you're like, man, Randy's gonna be in Scottsville. You want to come eat lunch? And I'm like, did I sleep for a week? What happened? And you're like, just come meet us for lunch. And I was like, okay, I guess I will. And I told Whitney, I'm like, yeah, me and Shelly aren't gonna talk for like a week. And then I was like, I'm running over to Scottsville to eat lunch. And she's like, what? And I was like, I'm going to Scottsville to eat lunch with Shelly and Randy. And she's like, she just gave me that look. And she's like, whatever. So
she's like, yeah, I thought you weren't talking to her for a week.
Yeah. So the week thing didn't work. It was like 12 hours, I think. So, but yes, we just got done with the festival, the greatest event in Bowling Green and Warren County for that weekend. The festival was good. We'll be honest, attendance was down this year. I do not know why. I do know that we were fighting against 3 other things going on in Bowling Green and South Central Kentucky. I did not know about. I didn't think that there might have been a little bit of crossover in the people. I don't really know.
Well, one of those was the Bourbon and Brew Fest, so I think that maybe there was a little bit of crossover for that crowd.
Yeah,
could have been.
Yeah, that, and then we were fighting trunk or treats, stuff like that. I know trunk or treats were going on and all that stuff, but we have a remedy to the trunk or treat conundrum that we'll tell later. So we changed the date, but we had approximately 250 people attend the festival, which we'll be honest, is down from the last time we did it. Like I said, we were fighting with other stuff. We did the same advertising, pretty much the same game plan as last time. And I personally think
we did more advertising.
Yeah.
This time we spent more on Facebook boosts, and we spent more on radio ads, and this time we actually had billboards.
Yeah.
So that's, I mean, yeah,
But
it is what it
what
is.
what I can tell you is the people that were there were serious and they weren't a bunch of tire kickers. So the people
Right.
that came were serious about learning, they were serious about homesteading and serious about the preparedness part of it. And they were wanting, I mean, it, every time Matt, and I'll tell you what, Matt from Yardbird is phenomenal. I mean,
He's fantastic.
yeah, I mean, dude, he's like a little stick of dynamite running around, and it's like, dude, you're hard to keep up with. You know, calm down just a little bit. But everybody, he did 2 chicken processing classes, and there was at least 20 people in each class. And
Yeah.
I had people come up to me, and they're like, he did an amazing job. It was awesome. I'm glad I came. People walked in the door, and they're like, where's the holding area? Where's the holding area? And we're like, what's the deal? They're like, well, you're doing a chicken processing, and you know, Yardbird's going to do it. And they're like rushing down there to see it.
Yeah.
So,
And somebody told me that he said that he doesn't normally like have people come up from the audience to do it, and that's how he did it this time.
yeah,
He demonstrated one and then had people from the audience come in and do it, and they loved it. And he's so stinking funny. I mean, he's a great teacher. He used to teach high school, and you've really got to have a sense of humor to teach high school because those kids are a little bit cray cray. But he he's a phenomenal teacher. I watched the second demonstration. I watched like the first half of it, and then somebody was calling me to come do something or whatever. But he did a great job teaching, demonstrating how to do that. Very comprehensive. Went through everything, tips and tricks, all of that kind of stuff. He was really, really good.
yeah. And we're going to have Matt back at the next festival. I've already talked to him. He was like, I'm turning in my report to Yardbird and going to talk to them. And he was like, I want to come back. He said this is one of the most well organized festivals he's seen. And I didn't tell him that we're just doing it on a wing and a prayer. I was like, oh yeah, we spend a lot. Yeah, we spend a lot of time coordinating all this, and we got a flow chart and all this stuff. I was like, yeah, it's
A
good.
flow chart.
Yeah. So I should have been like, do you want to see the flow chart? So the flow chart's taller.
Oh,
than
then
that.
it would have been like, go see Shelly.
Yeah.
And I would have
Shelly's
been
got
like,
a flow
what the
chart.
hell are you talking about a flow chart? I don't even know. What do you mean?
Yeah, be like the flow chart's taller than you too. It's like an 8-foot tall flow chart. So,
Oh my gosh.
but yeah, I mean, there were some awesome people there. I made a lot of good connections talking to people in between running around and doing all this. I tell you, I really enjoyed talking to Bill Stoker. I wished I could have talked to him a little bit longer, but he was good. Local prepper Cal, he was a delight to talk to. I like that guy. I'm glad he came in. I wished I could have spent more time with all the speakers that I hadn't met before. It's just, it seems like it's
Byron
such.
Russell is a hoot. Like
Oh
he
yeah,
is just funny.
yeah.
I enjoyed
What?
talking to him.
And now Byron does, and if those of you don't know, Byron is the drone guy. He knows all about drones. He actually teaches a drones pilot class out at his place that you
Oh
can
wow.
go to and learn how to fly these drones. And my brother came in and talked to him for a long time, sit through his class and everything like that. And my brother's thinking about buying a drone, and I'm like, cool. I was like, get a drone. I was like, buy a drone. I want one. I was like, I want you to have one. And he's like, well, I'm gonna go.
So I can use it.
Yeah, he's like, I'm gonna go to his pilot's class and learn and see about this. And then he's like, I'm gonna buy a drone. I'm like, sweet. And then in the same breath, he went and bought another suppressor the other day. So
Where is Byron located?
He lives over around Clarksville, Tennessee.
Okay. So
I
he's
think
not that
it's-
far from us.
No, I think it's Black Mountain or something like that is what they call it, but it's right over around Clarksville is where he's at.
All right.
So, but yeah, I mean, there was some good stuff. Everybody seemed like they had a good time. I was tickled with everything. Nothing really bad happened that I know of. So,
Even though our numbers were low, I was tickled because, like I'm always really concerned. I want the vendors taken care of, I mean, they take the time to come down there and do set up and all of that kind of stuff, and I really want them taken care of. But most of the vendors that I talked to, there were a couple that were a little disappointed. But most of the ones that I talked to, they did really well that weekend. We had several vendors that like sold out of everything that they brought. So
Yeah.
that's good. I know. The guy from the feed place, Heirloom Feeds, he sold out of everything that he brought with him,
Yeah.
and people were tickled about him.
And he was leery. I talked to him. He was a little leery on coming and investing that to come over here. He's like, I don't know if it'll really be worth it or not. And I was like, hey, give it a shot. But he was a little leery of coming over and doing it. I'm glad that he sold all the feed that he brought, and people were impressed with his stuff.
Yeah.
So, but it was a good weekend. Leslie, how many people? Leslie did herb walk, and she always had people out there on her herb walk.
Yeah. I'm gonna say the first day, I think she had probably about 15 or 20. Um, that was the day that I think Jessica and Sam, our daughters, that was the day that they went with her. And then the second day, there was even more than that. There was probably like 30 people, maybe not that many, maybe 25, something like that. But it seemed like there was a big crowd out there. Um, but I mean, people, and again, she is a fantastic teacher. The way that she explains things, and she's usually always so calm. And she even came in, she brought Jason and I a gift for the festival. We got these little boxes that had tinctures in them, and one was for stress relief, and I can't think of what the other one was for. But like my stress relief one is almost gone. And people, some of the volunteers that we had, they were having some stressful days. I was like, come back here, I got some tincture for you, you'll be fine.
But yeah, she gave me the little thing, and I was like, awesome. And she was telling me what it's about, and I was like, can you like shoot that in an IV and give it to me
Right.
in an IV? And she was just laughing. I haven't tried any of it yet. I was
Oh,
not.
we were down in it all weekend, me and Casey. Yeah.
I was not. I didn't down any of it. I was fine. So I was running on little to no sleep, and I'm like, I'll be okay. So, but I tell you, Lawrence canned the crap out of stuff all weekend.
Yeah, he did.
It seemed like there were people over there pretty much nonstop watching him can stuff. So, and he actually wound up the chickens that Matt processed. Matt took the chickens up there and was like, "Here, can these things." And Lawrence told me, he was like, "I ain't got anything to cook these things in." And Matt he like brought whole chickens, and Matt was like, "That thing will fit in that canner. Just pressure cook it and do it this way." So like Matt's throwing a whole chicken in the canner, and Lawrence is like, "Okay, I guess this will work." But yeah, it seemed like every time I looked over, Lawrence had 4 or 5 people watching
Yeah.
him do stuff. He was worn out, but he told me he had a good time and wants to do it again.
I know Angie said that she had a steady flow of people over there watching the fermenting demonstration, and there was always people out at Leslie's booth. Leslie actually had the thing set up where she had jars, and you could come around. She had like a dozen different herbs, and you could come and get a jar, pick your herb that you wanted to make a tincture out of. She had all the stuff there to make the tincture and explain to you how to do it and all that. And that was pretty cool. I mean, that's something neat to, like hands-on demonstration, I guess.
Yeah.
And then Flomaton Famous, a bunch of people were down talking to him about tree grafting and all that kind of thing. So yeah, the demonstrations went over well. I really like that.
Yeah, I was excited seeing the live demonstrations. I think people like that, and like I said, I think most of the vendors had a pretty good time, and they're excited to come back. Hopefully, we'll have all those people come back. I know Brian and Susan. I talked to Brian, and he's like, "Dude, I didn't really get out of the booth." He said we had people in the booth pretty much all weekend talking about radios and stuff like that. So, I picked up a few more radios from him.
Yeah.
So. But I think all in all, it was good. What else have you got that you thought was good about it?
The flow seemed to go really well. I do think that we need to carve out, like you were talking about, I think we need to carve out a little bit more time between each one of the speakers. But it seems like every time we do this, we get a little bit better and things go a little bit smoother, because we're always trying to improve and, pivot. And if something that we mess up or something, we're always trying to, okay, we're going to do this different next time. And I think that we're getting good with that. We
Because of the
do
flow
take the
chart.
feedback because the flow chart. Yeah. We do listen to the feedback of the people who are involved, and we try to make changes to make everybody's life easier. I mean, some of the things we can't change, but if we can, we do try to do that.
And that's one thing. People, if y'all are at the festival, tell us, leave a comment and tell us what you would like to see, what you thought worked, what you thought didn't work. Leave a comment on that. And also,
Definitely.
if you weren't there, tell us some people that you would like to come see. That would tell us somebody to get your butt off the couch and drive to Bowling Green to come see them. Leave some comments on that who you'd like to see come, because I'm not afraid to say no, and I'm not afraid to ask somebody.
He is not
So,
afraid to ask anybody anything.
and I will tell you this: the next festival is going to be bigger and better. I have essentially, what was it, Monday? Yeah, hell, it was Monday or Tuesday. I'd already started on the next festival, so I've already got two
Yeah,
people
he already
booked.
started making his list of who he's going to ask. He was asking me who I wanted him to call and all that kind of stuff. So,
Well, I mean, I've already got two people booked already, so I can't tell you who they are yet. We don't want to ruin the surprise, but I've already got two people booked, and I already got some vendors booked out for it. So
well, look at you.
I'll tell you a week before. It'll just be a surprise. We'll just put a question mark on the flow
You ain't
chart.
going to tell me a week before because we got some marketing to do.
We need a new flow chart. Is what we need. So, but yeah, I mean it. Now I tell you what, the highlight of the festival, I love doing the charity dinner, and I'll be honest, the charity dinner is a pain in the ass. Just no lie about it. It is a pain to do, but what we get out, we don't get anything out of it other than dinner and hanging out with the people. But what Caleb House gets out of it is not. It's amazing what we can do. What such a small audience can do. How many people were there? 48, I think.
I think so.
40. We had 48,
47.
47.
47. Yeah.
Less than 50 people at the charity dinner, and it's amazing what you can get done with a small group of dedicated people that are dedicated to raising some money for an organization. That was Saturday night. I mean, like I said, it's a pain putting this charity dinner together, but it's worth it when you see how much money that you can raise for that. Shelly,
Yeah.
you got the number?
Yeah.
Tell everybody the number.
We raised $10,488 for Caleb House.
Which is amazing for that small thing.
It
I
is
was
amazing, and a lot of our vendors donated. Like Mike from Keys Custom Knives, he donated a knife.
Jeff Smith did the hammer or the axe.
That axe was that. I mean, I'm not even like into axes, but doggone, that was a nice axe.
Oh yeah.
Um, William donated a permaculture consultation.
Yep.
Callie Blackwell donated a consultation. Leslie donated a whole bath. She donated literally an apothecary, an
Yeah.
herbal apothecary. It had like 8 tincture bottles in it, and some books and some salves and stuff like that. And then she also along with that gave she'll come to your place and walk your property and show you what you have on your property that you can harvest and make tinctures out of and stuff.
And chronically healthy.
Yeah, they donated a consultation. They actually donated they also donated a like gold, like a little gold. I mean, it was like real gold. Yeah.
Chronically healthy is probably going to regret doing their thing because I'm the one that bought it. So
leave a comment below if you all can help Chronically Healthy figure out what's wrong with Jason.
Yeah. So yeah, I bought that, and I was like, okay. I was like, we'll see if we can drive these people insane. Be like, you're stuck with me for a year. Burrow Bullets out of Tennessee. They donated 1,000 rounds of 9mm. Chris with Squatch Survival Gear donated
a Squatch bag.
Yeah, and then Refuge Medical, they donated a bear fac that we auctioned off. Bruce with the Reese Leather Works, he donated is that a shaving bag or
it's
a
shaving
toiletry
kit.
bag?
It's a shaving kit.
I bought a shaving kit bag.
It's
So,
nice.
oh yeah,
It's a nice bag. And Bruce was our auctioneer. He recently went to what did he say? It was like a 8-week class or something?
I think
No,
so.
maybe it's a week long class, but they were like 9-hour days or something. I don't know. But he went and got certified to be an auctioneer, and so he's doing that now, and that was cool. I mean, I
Yeah.
really enjoyed that, having him auction our stuff.
Oh yeah, he did a good job. But I yeah,
Yeah.
I'm tickled with what we raised. We didn't hit our $86,000 goal, but there's always next year to hit it.
Right.
So so, but yeah, I mean that was good. I had a great time at the charity dinner. The whole festival was great. Even if we had some lower attendance, the people that were there were serious about it and not just doing a bunch of tire kicking stuff.
Right.
So I'm
Yeah.
tickled. What what else? Is there anything else?
Hmm. Maybe we should tell them when the next festival is going to be.
All right. We have made the executive decision to change the festival up a little bit. We're going to do the festival one. We're going to try it one time a year, and we're going to put an extra day on it. So the next festival, I got it written on the whiteboard. I'll look over. It's July 18th, 19th, and 20th. Same place, but it's going to be in July, and we're adding an extra day of speakers. We'll have tickets up for sale probably in the next week or so. We're going to revamp the website, all that stuff. And I know people are saying right now, they're typing in the comments, oh my God, it's going to be 95 degrees in July in Kentucky. Our building is 70 degrees in July in Kentucky. So just remember, all of our festival is indoors in a climate controlled area.
Right.
It will be 70 degrees all weekend for our festival. It's
So
not going
think
to
about
be
it this
hot.
way. A lot of the festivals you have them like either in the spring or in the fall because, that's moderate temperatures at that time. And we're going to be it's just going to bust it up a little bit. There's still going to be festivals in the spring, there's still going to be festivals in the fall, but it seems like everybody does a festival in October, and how do you go to all of them? How do you maneuver that? So we kind of figured that having it, kind of halfway between the spring and fall festivals, that it would make it a little bit more economically feasible for people being able to take that time off and, come in and enjoy that. Plus, it's climate controlled. So we have air conditioning.
Yeah. So, yeah, but we're moving it. It's July 18th, 19th, and 20th. We're going to have speakers all 3 days. We probably have some stuff maybe on Thursday. It just kind of depends. We're still working on some of that. Probably going to have some more hands-on demonstrations and maybe like,
People really like that. I think that we should continue that.
yeah, we've got some stuff that we're planning, but we'll have more details out on that pretty soon. And that's about all I've got for the festival debrief. No crazy stories. I don't, well, there's a couple crazy stories, but I can't tell them on here. So, but Shelly, have you got anything else?
No, I can't think of anything else.
We're too tired to think. So, this has been a short podcast. We will be back and have another one for you on Thursday. We're going to get back in the swing of everything and get back to quote the real world, I would say.
Right.
So, but guys, we appreciate you, and leave a comment. Tell us what you liked about the festival if you're there, what you didn't like about the festival, and give us some criticism and some suggestions on it. And we will see you next week.
Talk to you later. Bye.
Bye.